I'm Kirsty. I'm one of the Family Hub navigators. So today I'm talking about our family hubs, and we have got a slide show. Is that okay to start?
Yes, I don't have the slides for you, but I can make you a co-chair if you want, so you can share it.
Oh, did you not receive it? I know Lois was meant to send that to you.
No, not yours. I've got everyone else's, but I haven't received yours.
Oh, okay, okay. Let me share. Let me see if I can share this. Mm, Let me just share my screen. Let me do. Sorry. Okay, here we go. Can everybody see that?
Yes.
Yes, perfect. Okay, so I'll get started. So yeah, we're from Croydon Family Hubs. So I don't know if any of you have heard about our family hubs, but what family hubs is, it's a whole family approach for providing access for family support. So we range from 0 to 19 and up to the age for 25%. So we are a family support service. So we go across health, and also social care, as well as using the VCS and education setting. So what Family Hubs, it's what we're trying to do is make everybody come together, from professionals to all the sectors, to manage to support all families that need support in sort of a one stop shop, so they haven't got to go to all different um, all different places. So we were there to help. What's happened as well, so for family hubs, as you can see, so the model for delivery and the start for life, we started from our 0 to 2s, but early this year we've now gone on, we're now being extended, and we've got more money to do 0 to 5s. So what this means, so early this year we started for the Start for Life services into the new Family Hubs model. So it's been extended support to cover children from birth now up to 5 years instead of the 2. So we're having a specific focus on school readiness. So we're now a family hubs, and we're working a lot with, we are now with children's centres. So we have the Woodlands, we have Selhurst. So none of our children's centres are going to finish. So we're still promoting from our 0 to 5s. So all our sessions are still happening. So we're supporting families. We do stay and play sessions. We do baby massage. We do health clinics. Now I'm 2, healthy family programs. So we do support for families, which means parenting programs, and also breastfeeding support, and mental health support. So we do offer 24 services, which I will show you the 24 services that we're covering. So as you can see, I'm a navigator. So what I offer one-to-one meetings, support for families that cover them 24 services. This could be from housing to where I will signpost them and get them appointments for sittings advice, maybe benefits. They need some help on benefits. So we also hold a DWP lady here that I can then arrange for appointments, because obviously it's so hard to get appointments sort of everywhere else. I work with the schools for families, for their children, yeah, and just parents with just been pregnant coming in. having that chat about the support that they may need, even if they've got older children to younger children. We're literally like a one-stop sort of shop to support them in any support that they may need, and to support them before, things can become, a little bit more harder for them, and they may need then extra support. So we have our 2 hubs at the moment. So we have our one here at Woodlands, so that's down in the south locality, and we've now just opened the one early this year, which was our Samuel College Taylor, which is in the north. So there's lots of things going on at the moment. So we've got lots of, at the moment in Samuel College Taylor, it's more bookable courses. So we have like Breathe Melodies. We still have our navigators there to support families that maybe need to come in and get that extra support. We are on the verge of opening our 3rd family hub, which will be around sort of central. So we are then covered the whole of the area. What we also do offer is, which we're trying to recruit now, as you can see. So we do a parent panel. We've got 2 at the moment. So we've got one in Central, and we also got one, the newest one is here at Woodlands in the south. So what this is, so it's a parent panel cover from which the DFE requirement for the family hubs. So we have we try and get parents in to sort of have their say, to ensure that we're going to be delivering the right services for families. So we encourage the parents to come in, work with practitioners and ourselves, and sort of work together to help shape the services that they want in Croydon. So it's great to have their voice, and we speak to them a lot about what they would like, and that's what we try and get them. So we are still recruiting. As you can see, it's not every week, or it's a meeting every sort of 8 weeks. We have a creche, and we obviously provide refreshments. We have guest speakers in to discuss any support. We offer training. So that's another one that we're trying to recruit for. So any parents that could be, up for that would be great, because we are trying to get more of our parents onto that. So family hub navigators. So at the moment we started with 3 navigators. We've now got 5, which is 4 navigators and 1 senior family hub navigator. What we do, we go out to let families and professionals know that we're here to support families. We let them know what we can support, obviously our 24 services. And we just want to work with professionals. So when I have a family in that needs that support, I know where I can go. So it is the working together. We have one-to-one meetings. We do, like I said, we do school visits, we do coffee mornings, we do parents' evenings, and we also work together with many of the, the private sectors and get support for our families. So we deliver all from the families across the borough of Croydon. So we're promoting family hubs. We're letting GPs know. We're trying to let our health visitors know that any families that you may have that need some support, we are here to support them. So we also do training and partnership events for professionals. So we do programs, so family hubs and practitioners training via the Croydon Safeguarding and Children Partnerships training platforms. So it's culturally sensitive training, think family and parental mental health. As you can see on the list, there's lots. We've just done the father inclusive practice with fatherhood, which was really good. We do natural thinkers. We have Sign for Life, ADHD. So they're all on our platform at the moment that anybody can attend. We've done lunch and learn sessions, so that's really good. We invite professionals in, or you can come along and they do a speech with lunch obviously provided, where you can let us know and we can let you know what we do to support families. And then our last one. So this is how to get in touch with us. So obviously families can walk in for any of our family hubs to access any of the support that they may need. We have on our websites, we've got all our activities and timetables available through the Family Hubs webpage and also the Croydon Best Start Facebook page. If you'd like to email, if you've got any parents, you can email or get in touch, and one of our navigators will support any families that you may feel that needs some extra support. So that's what, if anyone's got any questions about Family Hubs, I'm more than happy to answer. We do, obviously, I know we do hold a lot, and we are, supporting lots of families at the moment, which is great. It is really picking up on what we're trying to do.
Can I ask you a question, Kirsty? So I know so these are the family hubs. So you mentioned they're going to be free
Yes.
in the free locations. Are there still the other children's centres? Are they
Yes.
still in place?
Yes,
And what
we've
kind of activities take place there?
so we've still got our stay and plays that are still carrying on from the children's centres. We still have our baby massage. We have obviously clinics, so our development clinics that come in. We have breastfeeding. We have the weigh-in. So we've got the BCG clinic at Woodland. So all of the children's centre services will still be staying. And we're looking at obviously changing little different sessions, but in a positive way. So from the 0 to 5s, it's all staying, and obviously we're going to start on obviously our PEEP sessions now. So we're looking at for school readiness. So they're also starting around our children's centres.
Okay, great. And in terms of groups referring parents to you, from what you were saying, it's about the parent presenting at at the family hub in question, one of the three, or can they also drop you an email with the details of a
Emails,
person?
anything that, that's what we've got. We've got our Family Hubs email. There's some of our navigators' emails on there, but usually it goes through our Family Hubs email, so anybody can refer in. And what we do, we actually contact the parents. So we also work with a lot of our key workers and social workers and things like that for families even coming down into universal services that we also support. So we're supporting those families as well as anybody in your professional. You can contact us and we can obviously work with the family as well and give them the support that they need.
Okay, great. Fantastic. Thank you very much. And if you could send me the slides, then I can circulate them. You might have sent them to Kay, and because she's off, I didn't see them. But if you can
Okay,
send them again, that would be really
I
good.
will
So I
do.
can
Thank you
share
very
them.
much. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you, Kirsty. Next, I've got the health visiting service. I had Ina down, but I noticed there is a Sonia Dimitrova from the health service. Are you presenting at all, or are you just attending?
Sorry, I'm just attending. I'm a new starter here, actually.
Okay, Sonia. Sorry, no pressure at all. That's okay. She might come later, but then
Is it Ene, actually?
yes,
That
Ene Ote.
Ene, yeah. I think she's in the next room, so we will just prompt her now.
All right,
Actually,
good morning,
second.
NA. Hi, I'm also from Helvising. NA is due to, I think it's down for 11 o'clock, but she is going to present. Yeah.
Okay, that's not a problem. So if you don't mind then, shall we move to Asia? Henry. Asia, would you Oh, she's coming in. Oh, bless her soul. I think Anna is coming in now. Sorry.
Thank you.
Hi, Hannah. Hi.
Can you hear me
Oh,
now?
your audio is not working, I guess.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, it is now, I think.
Can you hear
Try.
me now?
Yes, I do apologize. My mistake. I didn't realize you were starting at 11 and we're 10 minutes early.
All right, that's what I thought. Okay. All right, just give me some. Let me pull out my PowerPoint presentation then, and then I'll get started. Just give me a
Thank
couple
you
of.
so much.
Okay, no worries. Okay. All right. What's the mute now? Sorry, I'm just trying to get my head around this.
Um, is it working? I made you a co-host so you can share now.
Say, I beg your pardon, I missed that.
No, I made you a co-host, so you should be able to share now.
Okay, I'm just trying to, just give me a minute. I'm trying to download the PowerPoint presentation and then I'm ready to share. I just need to see particularly. Okay, share. Can you see it now?
Yes, we can. It's not in a slideshow mode, but we can see the slides.
No, I think I haven't done that yet. I can put it on the slideshow.
Okay, great.
Is that in the slideshow mode now?
Not yet, no. I guess if you click again on slideshow and then maybe try the first one to the left from
Okay.
beginning.
I've tried from beginning. Got it? No?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
But this is the beginning, yeah?
Yeah.
I put it into place. Let me see. Okay. All right. Okay. Right. Okay. So my name is Ene Wodiamaso, and I'm here this morning to deliver the Health the Child program for the No to 19 service within the public health nursing service. So this is the public health nursing service. We work with the No to 5s, and so the 5 to 19. But the presentation this morning is on the No to 5s. So please do stop me if you have any questions. Please stop me along the way as we go on. So the essence of the of providing the service is around looking at early brain development and attachment of children, and looking at relationship and responsible relationship between parents, and how we're looking at early adversities as well, because it's quite important that we know have that understanding, and having that understanding, it then means that during assessment services can be tailored to meet the needs of the children and families, and providing support for children and families. And again, we need to within that we look at speech and language, and we look at communication in general, and within that we look at speech and language. And then we work across schools, which includes day centers, nurseries, and obviously reception year, depending on what the ages of the children are. So whichever educational setting they are in, we are there to support them. And within that, we look at perinatal mental health. So we look at the maternal mental health as well, which is quite important as well. Having that, again, does provide us with the understanding in terms of assessment and what is needed, and how services can be tailored to support families as well. So it's quite important as well to look at that, and we tend to look at that. So we then and then we look at childhood, throughout. So it's just across from birth. So we have to remember that our services ranges from birth to the age of 5. So again, it does provide that support as well. So including in that is we look at safeguarding. So we look at the contextual safeguarding, and we look at, so in terms of all the children within the family and whether there's exploitation or there's evidence of harm, and how they can be supported through that as well. Again, the No to 19 service, in line with the Healthy Child program, is divided into 3 categories or 3 layers, whichever we want to use it. We have the universal. So again, the universal is there. These are core contacts. So every is accessible to all. So it's accessible to all families from, it's a universal offer. So every parent, every child within Croydon does have access to this service. And again, it includes, reviews. It does include, so the reviews would be, tend to part of the core offer is, and you have the antenatal is the core offer, which is universal. So the antenatal is targeted, but we have new births, which is offered to all. And then after the new births, we have clinics as well, where parents can come in for advice and support. And then we have, again, with schools, we have school-based health promotion activities that have been offered. Again, we have targeted as well. So again, that focuses on around early help, additional needs, again, families that would need, that fall into that early help categories. And then we have, if they do have any need for additional support, they fall into that. Again, in terms of time, it's time limited. The intervention is time limited. So again, and it's structured as well. So again, once it's identified, it's planned and it's structured. And then again, we have the specialist and safeguarding. Again, these are children that fall into the, under the category of the child protection plan, because again, due to their complexity, and then obviously we'll have child in need as well. So this again goes under the multi-agency. So we're going to look at it from a multi-agency approach. Again, within that, we have statutory meetings. And again, there's a risk management as well. So that those assessment will be done to either meet the category of a child protection. And then if they're child protection, obviously, as we well know, they'll be stepped down to CHIN, or which is child in need. So like I said before, the mandated and universal work. So every contact is health promotion. So again, it's focused, every contact we have this does have some elements of health promotion in it. So because again, it depends on what, whilst during this contact, we kind of talk about health promotion. So health promotion activities just cut through, our practice. So again, and these are the mandated reviews. So we have our antenatal, our targeted contacts. So again, antenatal contacts is around parents that need, mothers that will have some concerns and want to see if they need additional support. They'll be supported from the beginning. So antenatally at 28 weeks is allocated to a health visitor. Health visitor will make contact with the family, and then they can take it from there. So they develop that relationship with the family prior to the baby being born. So an initial assessment will be done to look at the needs of the family, and care plans will be, will be tailored to the identified needs. And again, depending on the complexity of this family, sometimes they'll have to go through, there might be children on the child protection plan. So if they're on the plan, then it means that the health visitor will be involved and working alongside the midwife. Again, to see when they are discharged and continue to offer that support in the community. And then that falls into the new birth. So the new birth, again, that is a universal offer. So everyone that is pregnant within Croydon does have access to that as well. Having said that, our services is voluntary. So we tend to, offer it to parents, and some people, they are at liberty to say yes or no. But if they do, then we'll have to kind of make sure that it has been offered. We need to convince them as well to say why they're declining, and then just to make them understand the importance and the benefit of assessing that as well. Then after the new birth, we have the 6 to 8 weeks check. So the 6 to 8 week review is about looking at, the developmental milestone of mother and baby at 6 weeks following the birth, and then looking at what support can be, what support, if there's any additional needs that has been identified that can be picked up. If nothing has been identified, Then we look at the review, and it can be classified depending on what has been identified during the course of the assessment. It could either be universal, it could be targeted, or it should be specialist. So it can goes under the umbrella. And then we have the 9 to 12 months review, and then after that we have the 2 years and the 2 years developmental review as well. So within all of these checks, we also inform parents. So we look at we look at the infant and parent relationship, and we look at attachment as well. So offer support around attachment. We look at, again, we have the infant feeding service as well. If parents are having, initial concerns around breastfeeding, that additional support is there as well. And see, is there something coming up the chat? Is that for me?
No. It's yeah, no, okay. It's not for you. Don't worry.
Thank you. So we talk about immunization during the course of the contact. We have again, and just families are reminded, we give them the information about immunization, the importance of them having the child immunized. We talk about safety, so we look at, again, safety around the house. Relevant leaflets are given. We talk about safe sleeping. And then we also look at, like I said, we ask questions about, very sensitive question about relationship and domestic abuse with parents. And then obviously we talk about school readiness. Weaning is also part of this contact as well. So we look, and then with school monitoring as well. So they are signposted to community clinics. We offer drop-in clinics, and then they can go to the drop-in clinics. We offer ASQ clinics as well. Parents can be signposted to, parents are booked into ASQ clinics as well. And then we have the 6 to 8 weeks checks and those reviews, and the new births. Some of the new births are carried, completed at home with a face-to-face contact. And then the 6 to 8 weeks check as well. We run it also both as face-to-face and clinic-based activity as well. Any questions so far before I go to the next slide?
I just wanted to ask, if people want to have a list of the drop-in clinics, would you be able to provide that to Kay at a later time?
Yes, we have. Yeah, we can. I can provide that. That can be, we could send a list of the drop-in clinics. So we have quite a few of them.
Yes, thank you. Yeah. That would be great. So because different groups work in different locations, so they might be serving these different communities.
Okay, that's fine. That information can be shared. And also sometimes we have some community-based activities as well that we get and we share with parents as well. Okay. So the targeted activities, again, these are children that would have some additional needs. So have some, during the developmental reviews, we find that some of them might be children with special needs, that again, the parents might require some extra support. So it's looking at their development. The ASQ clinic, we have the ASQ clinic, like I said, and it's a structured review. So observations, so what does happen during the ASQ? Questionnaires are sent to parents, and then it's completed, and then the CS clinic, and they have a discussion and now have a scoring depending on the outcome of the scoring, and then actions will be put in place to support. And then there's signposting again. So if there is anything around language delay, there's this chatter box that they're signposted to, so you have the speech and language for early speech identifications, and then you get that support as well. We do have within our service children who have special needs, who again are under SOLD, under the pediatricians, and under Portrait as well. So again, those are the ones that have targeted. And then we have to remember perinatal mental health, what's the well-being of the mother, and the extra support, additional support that will be offered. So keeping the children safe, so again, safeguarding, as we well know, is everybody's business. So safeguarding does straight through all areas of our practice. So again, it's about, because we've all had, based on the intercollegiate, which means that intercollegiate competencies is making sure that all staff have had their training in line with their areas of work. So again, so majority, you know, we have level 3 for staff that client or patient facing. So majority of the time, and then that skills can be used to identify any safeguarding concerns and the ability to escalate again. Because within our service we have some skill mix as well. So again, that safeguarding support level 1, level 3 for level 3 for both children and adults is quite important as well, and everybody's assessed it as part of our core skills competencies. Majority of staff would have assessed it, and they would have been deemed confident to now look at safeguarding and be able to, you know, make some referrals, and where staff are not confident, then they are supported through the process as well. Again, like I said, safeguarding runs through everything we do. It runs through all areas of practice. Again, we have, like, you know, having understanding of the continuum of need threshold, or the local authority threshold of needs, or the assessment framework. All of that can be used also to look at, you know, some safeguarding. So again, you know, if you have the, obviously early identification would then means that based on the category and based on the assessment, the family will have the early help, early help support. We have the team. We could have the team around the child, or the team around the family conversation. You have, like I said initially in the introduction, you have the CHIN, you have the child in need. They could be, first of all, they have to be on the child protection plan. And then after that, there will be step down to child in need. So there will be the CHIN. And then after that, if the CHIN runs for a couple of weeks or months, and then the social worker feels and the family, the professionals feel that the family are engaging, then it means that it will be stepped down and be closed, and then we will receive a closure letter to letting us know that the case has been closed, and then that is from a social point of view. And if there's any other stuff, then we'll continue to provide our support. We tend to have strategy meetings. Majority of the strategy meetings are attended by the safeguarding team, and the safeguarding team does attend this strategy meeting. And obviously, after the child protection plan, we then have the core meeting, which takes place within 10 days. And then obviously we have the case conference. We tend to have the initial child protection case conference after it's going to some strategy meetings, and the threshold for safeguarding is being met. Then it then goes on to initial case conference, which is the ICPC, which is I'm sure everyone is familiar with that. And then following the ICPC, we will then have a review conference. And then which after every case conference, we then have a core group meeting. And the core group meeting is to monitor progress, to see what professionals are meeting, to have a conversation around the progress that is being made and what further support and the family needs, and to look at whether they are engaging, because that is quite important to see that family are engaging with services or not, and if they are not, to look at what can be done to support them. Again, within safeguarding, as we well know, it's quite important again to kind of bear in mind excess of professional curiosity, because that is very paramount as we have access to these families, because again, we having that in mind is quite key in terms of support, and not being carried away with what sometimes that is being said, because in terms of we do tend to understand that there can be some disguised compliance. So being professionally curious is quite important. And we had some serious case reviews where the key thing is about, the key things is around professional curiosity. So it's, and then having that curiosity, and putting that hat on during the course of our assessment is very essential. Again, so after that, we have documentations. Again, we have to document every contact, which is quite important as well. And then it's about also, again, because it's a multi-agency approach, we can, again, when there's professional disagreement, we can escalate. So it's about, there are some certain things that professionals are not, happy with. Those informations can be escalated to a certain degree. So that is quite important as well to bear in mind. So there are common themes that we kind of coming across. We have domestic abuse again. So within domestic abuse, we can, referral is, once there's an identification of domestic abuse or there's a disclosure of domestic abuse, we go through the process of either if it meets the threshold for it being discussed at MARAC, it's been discussed, it does get discussed there. And if we don't attend the meeting, but that information is collected and is shared by the safeguarding team, and they do attend MARAC. And if there's any action for health, we'll be notified and that information is shared with us, and then we kind of try to provide the support. However, once we get our information in terms of assessment, it provides a background to the practitioner when they are going into the home to be aware that there is an incident of domestic abuse and what support and engagement of the family and looking at the support that can be offered. I'll have to also look at the children, the parents as well, and remembering trauma-informed experience of the children, the lived experience of the children in terms of them witnessing domestic abuse and the support that can be offered. Again, we do have, neglect as well. Neglect as well is about, parents are not engaging with services. They have been asked to either take, for example, the child has a medical need. Parents are not, meeting those needs, or the child are not being brought to appointments, for instance. So again, we kind of, look at that in terms of neglect. And also including in that is the disguised compliance, where parents will now say they're coming. They're very pleasant to practitioners when they make telephone calls, and when then there's a lot of DNAs, child not being brought, as we call it, DNAs, and then it's about raising those concerns and trying to flag them as required. Parental mental health is quite, parental mental health is another thing that we kind of come across as well as part, during some of the themes within our service. And then we don't have substance misuse. It could be alcohol, it could be substance, so either of them. So again, it's something that we come across, and then we look at working with agencies to see how some of the agencies will have the change grow leave, and then to look at them and see how they have been signposted, and making sure that the family members engage.
Thank you. Could I just ask you from the chat, Renee is asking, where can we make a referral for domestic abuse cases?
The domestic abuse cases, there's a MASH. So it goes again, you have MARAC. So again, depending on the because there's there's the MARAC, there's the domestic, what is it called? It's a safety, the safety form that needs to be completed, and if it does meet the threshold, if it scores about a certain amount, then that referral can go to MASH, and then MASH can take it to MARAC. I don't think, or it can go straight to MARAC. So you can do the referral straight to MARAC.
So they can do the referral online. Have you got a link for it at all?
It will have to be through the local authority website.
Okay, I'm gonna look for it now, Renee, and put it in the chat for you.
Yeah. So majority of it will be Croydon. It will be Croydon Council. So then it's looking at Croydon Council and looking at under safeguarding.
Okay.
So you find that will be found under safeguarding. Yes. And then also, like I said, we work very closely with the safeguarding team as well. So we have the Croydon safeguarding team. So again, the safeguarding team does offer us safeguarding supervisions. So again, that is part of our mandated, because it's a protected time for all staff to have access to supervision. So again, for practitioners, they have access to one-to-one safeguarding supervisions, and then for the skill mix, they're meant to have a group supervision. So they have a group supervision, and so that again, that's what so making sure that to ensure that all staff members have access to adequate support. Any further question? Carry on. Should go on?
Please. Yeah, go on.
So again, like I mentioned before, we have our roles, we have skill mix within our service. So within our service, we have health visitors. Again, health visitors can still continue to provide that pivotal role across. So the role of the health visitor still remains very vital in terms of within the 0 to 19. So health visiting. So we have, and then within that, the health visitor has the clinical leadership. So they have the clinical leadership. They have we're mandated to carry out those reviews and having that looking at complex families, and then obviously the safeguarding oversight. So health visitors have the majority of the time cases are assigned to health visitors, and the health visitors now have the duty and responsibility to tax it to the skill mix in line with their level of competencies and competencies. Then within that, we have the community staff nurses. So with the community staff nurses, again, we've got the community staff nurses working across the 0 to 19. So, but however, we've got them doing working in clinics. So we have community staff nurses working in community clinics. So they offer the ASQ clinic as well. They also work. They also carry out blood spots. Again, you know, they do some blood spots. We have families again that transfer in, because we have Croydon is quite a large borough. So sometimes we have families that are transferring in and out of Croydon. So again, for each family that is new to Croydon, we then have to make contact that is allocated, and we have to make contact for a transferring assessment to be completed because they are new to Croydon. So we then kind of try to look at those and making sure that that is taxed to the appropriate practitioner or appropriate skill mix to carry out. So again, and then they continue to support the family so in terms of signposting, home visits, again to look at if there's any need for additional support. We also have to remember that Croydon is a mix, so we have some pockets of deprivation as well. So again, sometimes practitioners would tend to look at, based on their assessment, they now work to making sure with to get some support for the families. We work closely with a stock supply called Tavistock, so that we can order some items from there and then they are delivered to families. So we work very closely with them as well. Again, health promotion activities are carried out either in clinics. We have other areas that we also carry out health promotion activities across the borough as well. We have the what is it called now? The legacy zone, where we kind of doing some health promotion activities as well. We have the nursery nurses as well. So again, nursery nurses, again, they've also get involved with the school readiness for the children that provide parenting support. Again, they have access, they have their skills, they do the developmental check, the ASQ, and then we're also the ELIM as well, which also deliver the ELIM. We also have some special community nursery nurses that also deliver the ELIM, that carry out the ELIM assessment as well. Again, we do home visits again. So sometimes home visits again, in terms of the ASQs or other activities that we do. If it's missed at home, then sometimes, sorry, if it's missed in a clinic setting, then it could be something missed in a clinic setting, or it could be something that is picked up in a clinic setting and requires a home follow-up. Then practitioners will now make that call and to carry out a home visit to support the family. And then within that, we have the enhanced specialist practitioners. The enhanced specialist practitioners is, again, they tend to, the role is very specific. They provide support to first-time parents. They're not multi-gravidates. They're primary. Most of them are first-time mothers, and that that have some mental health, anxiety, depression, substance misuse. That again, that would now be transferred, or following the assessment, they're picked up from the vulnerable women's clinics, and then they're referred to the enhanced practitioners who will now make contact. So with this specialist enhanced practitioners, they start their contact from antenatal. So they do the antenatal contacts, and then they try to now do the assessment with the parents, making sure that says the initial contact is about building that relationship, because majority of them are quite complex. difficulties with trusting and engagement. So it's quite nice to kind of get in there early to try to now start, that gradual relationship building, gradual building of the trust, and then also career. So that is more intense, working, so it's more intense. Visits are more intense than the core health system, than the rest of the areas of our services. So this is quite complex as well and very intense, and the frequency of the visits from the practitioners to the families. And again, so offered supervision as well. And then again, depending on what is, any concerns, there's opportunity for escalation. There's always a multi-agency approach to this because as I've mentioned, they're quite complex. Depression, again, domestic abuse, it could be sexual exploitation, it could be a wide range of stuff. So that is how complex they need this enhanced practitioners caseload look like. And so they need more, they have more intensity, more face-to-face follow-up, and then more support for the families. So again, they tend to do that. So if a mother is only solely for first-time mothers, and the criteria is for only first-time mothers with domestic abuse, with the criteria that I've mentioned. If they've had their babies before, if they haven't kept their babies, but they've had their babies removed, it then means that they've given birth to live babies, and because that would not be classified as first-time mothers, even though they haven't got their children. So they don't fall into that category at the moment. And then we have safeguarding leads. Like I said before, we have safeguarding leads, and we have specialist safeguarding advisors who also provide advice and support. They have that oversight. They provide supervision. Again, we have the threshold document, which again, in terms of if you're wanting to assess, because you mentioned something around referral to MASH and MARAG, you can also look at for the threshold document as well. So if you can on the Croydon safeguarding website, council safeguarding website, you can also look at this threshold document as well if you want to pick that up as well. And then also within that, you can also look at escalation. So there's the multi-agency escalation policy as well. So again, it's an agreement, and it's a multi-agency professional disagreement and escalation policy as well, if you want to look at that as well, and if you want to share that as well.
Thank you. We are, no questions as such. I just aware of the time, that's all.
Okay, that's fine. I've got one more slide. So the update, the update is a chance to tighten. So again, it's our chance to tighten how we work across the 0 to 19, 0 to 5, and again with some families, and again with same families, same risk, and a joined up approach. So that is what it is that that is our approach, and again to work across agencies. And then that is just in time for thank you, and if there's any questions.
Thank you very much. I've got two very quick questions. If we say a voluntary sector organization is working with the mother of a child, a young, child or a baby, and they're not sure whether they've been supported by a health visitor, who can they contact to check? And the second one is, I know you attend some of the Baby Zone sessions at the Legacy Youth Zone on a regular basis. I was wondering whether if there is another organization in the room that would like to have a health visitor as a one-off, as part of their activities with young families, could they, ask you, and how do they get in contact with the health visiting team?
We have a duty line, so we operate a duty line. So our duty line number is 0208 274 6006. So that is our duty line. So everything that comes in, because we operate through 3 localities, so anything that comes through will be shared across the service. Yes? and say if there's a
Is
request.
there a response to both questions? So to the first question, which was about who to contact if I want to know if a parent has been supported by you, shall I call this number, the duty line?
Yes, you can call the duty line, and then what the duty line will do once that information is received, they might ask that the request be put in writing. So again, so we have also a generic email that then that information goes into the generic email, and then that information is shared. So if they'll have a look into the client's record and see if there's anybody with regular contact, and then if there is, then they share it. If not, then they will now have to kind of revisit it and share that information. But you get the reply via email. And if there's an allocated health visitor, that information will be shared once your email is received.
Okay, it's 0208 274 6006, correct?
Yes. Go through that again. Sorry.
0208 274 6006.
That's correct.
Okay, I'm putting it in the chat. Thank you.
Okay, and then I'm trying. So either when you call there, either you can do through that, or again you get the details of the generic email when you make the telephone call.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for presenting. Asia, are you ready for your presentation? I'm happy to share the slides for you if you want.
Yeah, if you've got them, you can share them. If that's easier.
Yeah, I've got them. That should be very quick. Right there. Let me know if you can see them.
Not yet.
No?
Oh, there we go. We can skip to the next one if that's easier as well. I'll just do that one, introduce myself. Thank you. Hi everybody, I'm Asia Clark. I'm the service manager for Henry in Croydon. Henry is a national charity that works with parents and carers with children up to 12 years, but I'm going to focus on our work in Croydon with 0 to 5-year-olds. We support babies, children, parents and carers across Croydon using our evidence-informed programmes. And we are striving for every baby and child in Croydon to have a healthy start and the chance to thrive. We are the commission service providers of the Family Behaviour Service in Croydon at the moment. So on offer across the borough, we have support for under 5s in the form of our Starting Solids workshops. Our Starting Solids workshops are a free 2-hour workshop that are designed to support parents and carers as they begin to introduce solid foods. So when they're beginning to think about introducing those solid food alongside their milk feed. During the 2-hour sessions, which are free and held regularly across the borough in family hubs or other community venues, there's an opportunity for families to really be informed on those developmental signs of when a baby is ready to start solids alongside their milk. We look at first foods and starting safely and recognising those fullness cues and really going into some practical strategies to promote positive and responsive meal times. It can be quite a daunting time for parents, although exciting to move on to start solids. So we welcome all parents to join our Starting Solids workshops. We then have on offer our Brighter Future programmes. So our Healthy Families Brighter Future programme is an 8-week programme. The programme is free for parents and carers to attend. We hold our programmes either online or we try and aim to have at least one face-to-face programme with a creche held each term across the borough. Over the 8 weeks, we explore topics around introducing healthier lifestyles at home or supporting some of those sustainable changes for the whole family. So we explore parenting confidence, increasing that confidence in our parenting journey. We look at nutrition and healthy eating, going into the informations and the guidance on portion size and mealtime routines, and providing nutritious meals for babies and children, alongside physical activities and play. Now, we know most parents and carers know what's needed to give our children the best start in life, but sometimes it can be really tricky putting that into place with everything else we've got going on. So over those 8 weeks, we build upon parents' confidence. We really understand emotional well-being for the families and for the parents and carers, and really share some tips and some strategies about how to put those healthy routines and boundaries in, especially around some of those things that can happen at home that are a bit of a struggle to make things more healthier lifestyle at home. So reducing some of that mealtime stress, thinking about some of those screen time battles and bedtime struggles as well. So our program is free. Parent carers, if they reside in Croydon, attend a Croydon GP or attend a Croydon school, are eligible to come along to our program. Each parent and carer who we receive a referral for is contacted personally by one of our Healthy Family facilitators. And in that first conversation, we really understand where a family is, what's going on for that family, what is that need, so we can really support them as they join us on our program. If we go on to the next slide, we can look at the eligibility. And you can also see there that had the link for referring. Referral can come from professionals, or it can come from parents and carers themselves. Sometimes parents and carers just need that bit of confidence or that support to refer. So we have that professional option as well. In terms of eligibility, our service is 0 to 12, even though we're focusing on the 0 to 5 today. So it's any family who lives in Croydon, like I said, registered with a GP and attend a Croydon school. We do have a targeted criteria, which you can see there as well. What you can't see is one of the options is anyone who may benefit from our program, and our evidence has informed us that anyone who benefits from it as well. So if you are in doubt, we would say get in contact with us and we can talk through whether you think a family is eligible or not. Alongside our offer of family support in the borough, we also have professional training. Our training is free for any professional who's working with a family in Croydon with children 0 to 12, and that's voluntary and community sector as well. Our aim with our professional training is to ensure that across the borough we're embedded that same language when we're talking about health and we're talking about weight and nutrition, and we're sharing those key message in a family friendly way so that we can support that change that's needed for families. So we currently provide our core training, which is a free 2-day in-person training. And it lines with early years, health visiting and family hub practice at the moment. Over those 2 days, it builds the confidence for professionals to have that strength-based partnership focus on parents and carers, which we know can be quite tricky, especially when we're raising sensitive issues such as health and well-being, alongside some practical tools so that you can support the parents and carers that you're working with as well. Later in the year as well, we will be having some more of our Healthy Start in Childcare training, which is really focused more for those who are working in early years or childminding settings. I've only got a whistle-stop tour today, so it's a very short presentation from me. So please look on our website for any more information, which you can see there at croydon@henry.org.uk, or contact us for any further questions. We're always very keen for opportunities for one of our team to come and visit. So if you are working with families or you have somewhere where families are regularly attending, we're keen to come along as well and maybe answer some of those questions in person that parents and carers may have about a healthy lifestyle, about food, nutrition, exercise, or managing some of those behaviours around screen time or sleep routines as well. I will end it there. Any questions? I do apologise. I'm very quick today because I'm actually on another call at the same time. So I have to jump back to that as well, I'm afraid. So I'm happy to take any questions, or please contact me on my email, which are on the slides as well.
Thank you so much, Asia. A question from me about your funding. Until when are you funded at the moment in Croydon? Just so people to have an idea of when the services.
We're currently ongoing, so at the moment it's all okay. So we're looking at our programs for the next quarter, and we're regularly continuing our programs. At the moment, we're the only weight management service, even though we offer holistic support, that is available for the under 12s in the borough.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. Thank you so much.
I apologise, I'm jumping in and jumping out, but thank you. Please contact me if anybody else has any other questions.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Now we've got Avril from the Building Blocks Baby Bank. Avril, you want to share your presentation yourself?
No, sorry, would you mind sharing it for me? I've just got a new laptop and it doesn't seem to have taken all my settings
No worries
over
at all.
and stuff, so thank you.
No worries at all. There you go. Right, tell me when it comes up.
It's coming. Okay, thank you so much. Yeah, just go on to the next slide if you will, please.
Yeah.
Brilliant. So thank you so much. So who are we? We are Building Blocks Baby Bank, and we are part of the Church of God Seventh Day in Croydon, Derby Road in Croydon, opposite East Croydon. We are a small church, but active in the community. We don't just do baby bank. We've got another sort of meal service that we do on a Tuesday as well. Small church, but we have 6 members of the team who are part of the baby bank, and we've also got 3 voluntary from in the team as well from the community. And out of the 3 voluntary from the community, 2 of them were previous users of our service who volunteered to come back to us, which was brilliant. Which is part of what we wanted to do, was to be able to give people the chance to gain some knowledge of skills, just basic skills as well, because it is a skill behind doing all of this. And so we give that as well so that they can put that on their CVs, etc. And we give approximately 3,192 hours per year. We started the baby bank in October 2021 after we realised that at our meal service, we were seeing young families coming in after COVID wanting support, and we realised there wasn't many things in Croydon for under 5s, and so we started this voluntary service. Would you go on to the next slide for me, please? So, brilliant, thank you. So what do we provide? We provide essentials for 0 to 5-year-olds. Anything from clothes, shoes, books, high chairs, bedding, bouncers, everything that will be needed for a newborn and as they go through their years. We take donated items, as you see on there, clothes, shoes, etc. But on a weekly basis, we also purchase nappies and wipes and toiletries, and particularly formula milk for our families. And this is all free. All they'll need to do is come to us and register, obviously showing proof of address, showing the child's date of birth, making sure that the child belongs to the parent, etc., etc. That's all they will need to do, and they can come and use our services. And as I said, we help anyone in need in Croydon, mainly those who've sort of exhausted all the other means that the council can give, that family and friends can give. That's when we kick in with almost the final element to say, this is where we need help. We have on our books 489 families currently registered, and that's approximately 640 children. So annually, that's who we support. And we see our families on average, about 60 families coming to us per week. We have referrals, so people can walk into us or they can be referred. Citizen advice, we've got obviously CVA, we've got the National Homeless Hub, Evolve Housing, Croydon Refugee Forum, Salvation Army Anti-Trafficking and Modern Slavery Units, the local NHS departments, all the different teams. We have doctors and dentists, and anyone who can see the need can actually refer people to us. And it's as simple as coming to us, and we take name and address, etc., and that's it. We are struggling for funds. We've managed over the last 5 years to be funded every year. We do lots and lots of different activities to ensure that we can support the funds that we receive. But we have got a campaign going at the moment where we're asking 700 people to support us with £5 per month, and that would make sure the service continue, because we are eager for it to continue. But also donated good quality items as well, because that's always of use. We clean those items up, and then we pass it to our families. We also would like volunteers on the day as well. If somebody got one day, they can come and help us. So that's fine. We're open on Mondays from 11 to 2 p.m. And also, because of the donations given to us, we sort that once a month. So we will always be happy to have people helping us to come along and help us there. Also, for everyone on this platform, it would be great if you could provide us with any promotional or advice, posters, flyers, leaflets, because we do have a good section that we provide all our families who come in. We tell them what's available and we show them what's available, and we can signpost them to you. So if you have anything, we're happy to receive that. And thank you for listening.
Amazing. Thank you very much. And may I add, charity is located super close to the West Croydon train station. So it's really centrally located as well. Okay, thank you so much. I've got now, Be Different, 365, Victoria. Do you want me to share your slides, Victoria? Hold on, is she? Maybe she's not here. Okay. Oh no, she seems to be here. But let's move then to My Child as a Speech Delay. Alicia? Oh, I can see, Victoria, you're back. Would you like me to share your slides? You're muted, Victoria.
Sorry, yes, please. I got a phone call.
No worries at all. I'll do it quickly. Okay, let me know when you can see the slides.
Yes, I can. It's fine.
Okay, great.
Yes. Yeah, you can go to the next. Good morning, everyone. My name is Victoria Kamara, the founder of the Be Different 365 Foundation. And we are a small community interest group supporting families and also empowering children using growth mindset principles to ensure that they are growing on the right path and not being afraid of who they are, championing themselves and challenging their abilities and work on their passion from the age of 4. So we empower children, we meet in different spaces across the community. But as at now, we've got a permanent place that we meet twice a month to do a lot of social integrated activities wherein parents and children work together and also do as much as possible. So we started as a community group in 2019 as an asset-based community group. And Sarah, you want to go back to the second page? So I can just
sorry.
yeah, yeah, that's
This
it.
one, yeah.
Yes, please. So we started as a community group since 2019, and we've been running since, and as a community interest company, facilitating activities. We have online sessions and also in-person peer-to-peer engagement. As you can see from my slides, I've got pictures of families who are very happy for the community to see their kids being part of social engagement. So we've been proud to share the children who are on our screen today. And then, as I said earlier on, we are doing this to strengthen communities and also to nurture every child's potential. It's a happy parent raise a happy child. So we just believe in that principle or in that model, and also encouraging children to be children, because one thing we have realized is that our children are under pressure. Being children, they're being they go through a lot through their transformational or their development stages. There is a lot of expectations, and in many cases we forget about them being children or forget about them having to play or have fun. So what we do, we bring them together, let them be children, let them dream, let them explore, let them believe, and also use those thoughts to build themselves to become better, responsible community citizens. And from the age of 8, we start training them on something called the Youth Leadership and Entrepreneurship Scheme, where we empower children to start working on their passion, look into their well-being, and also help them to create their own world. Next, please. Can you go to the next slide, please? Yes, so in all that we do, we empower children with their confidence. As you can see, we had the mayor has visited us several times because I would say they love seeing the children and the work we are doing with the kids. So last year, June, we had a father's engagement where we invited all the men in the community who are leading to come and be a role model for the children, and that was really inspiring. You can see from the picture the mayor and the rest of the council team was having fun with the kids, playing the drums together, and just letting the children know that the mayor can come to them as well. No, it's just a way of letting them know that they can achieve anything in life, and leaders can visit them in their own little spaces that they find themselves. So from the age of 4, we encourage early year support. We support the parents to focus on the child's confidence, to ensure that they are equipped to give the children the start. As we are a Best Start community group, we started as a Best Start community initiative. So most of the things we do is centered around asset-based community development, which is one of the nature kind of notion to ensure that people are given the right support from an early age and also imbibe them within their community spaces. So group activities, we do practical activities. We have some children in our meet from the age of 8. They've started sewing. They can sew, they can create, and they can cook. They can do so many things for themselves with love and just using their creativity. And some who don't cook, they're part of creating the menu, the plan, and also ensuring that everyone participates in whatever activity we do. Next, please.
Thank you. And can I remind you of the time I'm
Yes,
sorry,
I'll finish soon.
Victoria,
No, it's
but
fine.
we've got quite a few people needing to present.
Yeah, next, please. Yeah,
So this is
so
just some images.
yeah, what we do as well, we ensure that we support the parents, we appreciate the parents, we bring them together to appreciate them for their hard work, for being parents. It's not easy looking after your family or giving back to your community. So it's one way that yearly we bring them together to appreciate their good work and to remind them that we are here for them and there is a lot of help within the community. Next, please.
This one, who we are?
Yeah. I've already said that, but you can just highlight. It's the same thing. Yeah. So, as
keep
I
going.
mentioned, yeah, it's one of our key areas. We ensure that parents are confident and are guided throughout the peer support we give. We connect with families through community hubs. We signpost parents. For example, if parents are finding it hard or difficult to engage within the community, one of our volunteers will give their time to take a parent out and about to ensure that they build that confidence. And meeting at our space where we meet, we're at our safe space twice a month, is also a good spot for parents to come and be themselves, meet other family, other parents, and just learn and grow within that space. And as I said, last year, we launched our Youth Ambassador Leadership, where we train 10 kids to become entrepreneurs from the age of 8, I would say. So we have 10 children now who are running their own little businesses within the community, and they are managing activities for their peers within the spaces that we meet. And yes, please. Go on, next slide.
Yeah, and I guess you covered this. You covered this one already.
This is what I have covered already. So, and we believe in the growth mindset and well-being values. Every child matters, and every child deserves a space. Every child deserves someone to listen to them. Every child deserves to share their own story, and every child deserves to be part of their community and feeling safe all the time. Yeah.
Right.
So,
is this the last one?
I guess so. Yeah.
I'm sorry, we're really running late.
No, it's okay. No, it's fine. So that is just a place to show that the different activities we do, and the parents meeting and kids feeling confident. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think I spoke about this already. It's just all the activities that we do and where we signpost parents to meet and greet. So, and
these are your
so this is my flyer. So if you can take a picture of it. You join us first and third Saturdays. We meet at St. Saviour's Community Hall, Croydon, and our Easter Kids Entrepreneurship is coming. So you're all invited to that session, and share the flyer as much as possible. I'll share that flyer with Kay to send to everyone after this event. But thank you very much for giving me the chance to speak about the Be Different 365 Foundation. Thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Victoria. Thank you. I now have Alicia from My Child Has a Speech Delay. Alicia, would you like to say a few words about your organization?
Hello, apologies. I can't get my camera to work, but obviously more than happy to discuss the organization. So I'm Alicia from My Child Has a Speech Delay. We started the organization roughly in 2022, but officially became a CIC in 2024. We support children that have speech delay and special educational needs and disabilities in Croydon and local other boroughs. We hold regular stay and plays during the school holidays, and we also organise day trips for the families to be able to create wonderful memories with each other. And we also host parent events for send parents to connect as well without having the children. So the stay and plays, they normally have activities such as we had Santa visit for December. We have sports. We have Makaton parties, different activities that each of our stay and plays. The day trips, they could be London Zoo, Kew Gardens, Battersea Park Zoo. We're organising a trip to Gulliver's Land, overnight stay this summer as well. And the parent events, those are, we have our last one coming up actually towards the end of this month on 23rd of March. That's going to be an afternoon tea in Sea Garden, but it just provides parents a chance to be able to connect with each other without having to watch the children. The organisation has grown tremendously over the past year and a half, and we're so grateful to all the funders that we've had because we've been able to support many families. Yeah.
Brilliant. And can I ask you, Alicia, how can people refer, families to you? If you can put your contact details maybe in the chat, and also where in Croydon are you based, or where in Croydon do you run most of your activities?
We're just moving to a bigger venue. So we're going to be in Bensham Manor School based in Thornton Heath. It's quite near the Thornton Heath Library. That's where our events will now be held. And you can actually visit our website, www.mchasd.co.uk. We have all of our contact information there, our events. We also do online events as well. So those generally around Zoom meetings, discussing challenges that parents may come across as well. And we have a very large WhatsApp group. I think if parents want to have really good support from our community, it'd be advised to get involved with the WhatsApp group. You can join from our website. It's quite a large group, and we regularly have updates and questions, tips and advice in the group. And often the events get sold out just within the community group. So we do tend to be quite active in the group. But we also use our social media platforms as well. So you can find us on Instagram and Facebook as well.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you. Okay, and now I've got Acons to Oaks, Sidra. Hi, Sidra, welcome.
Hi, my name is Sidra, and sorry, I don't have the presentation on me.
Doesn't matter.
But yes, but I can just mention everything what we are doing. We are a charity nursery. Acons to Oak is an organization company that holds two nurseries at the moment. One is based at Peppermint, the other one is at Canterbury. So the Canterbury is a bigger nursery than Peppermint, and we have 90 children there at this moment, and Peppermint can hold 35 to 40 children, and all of them are full occupancy. We do cater for families services in this way, that we ask the families to come for celebrations, and like we did it in October, a big project we did it with the parents, that is under the Black History Month, and we celebrated it because most of the families, they all are EAL around that area. So the ambition and the aim of the celebration is mostly based on inclusion and diversity, and to strengthen the families and their social bonds, and just to bring them together with their children. So we got a funding from CVA, and this is how we used it. We used it to bring all the families together, and we did a lot of activities, and it was such a nice time we spent together as a family hub, you can say, and 90 families all together in a big hall and celebrating and just celebrating different cultures and backgrounds, and to recognize the historical figures. And this is just giving and encouraging respect and equality. And it helps the children to develop a sense of belonging and identity as well. So we celebrated by asking the families to read different storybooks and asking them to bring fruits to introduce and show and taste different fruits that they bought, and then they shared, and this is the way how they celebrated it. And then after that, we had a big session of music and dance from African and Caribbean culture. And the children, they uses drums, shaker, clapping. And in this way, we encourage all the parents to come together so that they can express their feelings, and then they a sense of belonging. And then we talk about kindness and helping each other. And this is the way we celebrated it. And the aim actually was just to respect different culture and to bring all the 90 families together and make them feel valued and represented. Thank you.
Brilliant. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. And okay, so
I can take any questions if you have.
Yes, of course. Are there any questions? I know there is something in the chat. And let me check what there is in the chat. Sorry. I know they're not questions for you. They're not questions for you, so that's fine.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sidra. And I'll pass it on now to my Alba Village, Alba Tots, Florida. Shall I share the presentation, Florida?
You can do, yes.
Yes.
I'll try and keep it as short as possible.
No. Okay, I can see on my screen, but it might take a few seconds to show on yours.
Perfect. So many of the families that you are supporting in Croydon are raising children in multilingual households and trying to balance culture, language, and community while also navigating early parenthood. So my name is Florida, and today I am going to introduce my Alba Village, which is a community initiative that we are actually yet to launch, but is being designed to support Albanian families with children under 5, starting with a play-based program called Alba Tots. Move on to the next slide. So very quickly, as you all know through your work, the early years are a crucial stage in a child's development. And at the same time, this period can be a major adjustment for parents and carers. As a member of the Albanian community and through conversations with local Albanian families, I have noticed that the significance of the early years isn't always widely recognised. So therefore, this is one of the really key motivators to support initiatives that bring these families together, encourage peer support, and help them essentially better understand and engage with their children's early development. Next slide. So with Croydon being one of London's most diverse boroughs and having lived there now for almost a year, there are many families raising children in these multilingual households, and maintaining connections to language and culture can be really important for identity and belonging. And it can be quite difficult doing it by yourself. So this is essentially an opportunity for babies and toddlers to experience their heritage language in social environments, you know, in a very kind of carefree, play-focused way. The next slide. Awesome, thank you. So the project started quite personally for me. I actually have a 7-month-old baby boy, and a couple of months ago, I started thinking about how I could expose him to the Albanian language beyond our home with other children and families. When I began to look for groups for babies and toddlers, I realised that there were very few opportunities, especially locally, for that kind of early exposure, and everything kind of began from the age of 5 or 6 onwards. So introducing Alba Tots. Next slide, sorry. Thank you. Alba Tots is essentially the first program of My Alba Village, and it's designed to fill that gap that I was also missing myself. It's a play-based group where the Albanian language and its many dialects are introduced through things like music, storytelling, movement, and play, the things that children naturally enjoy. The focus isn't formal teaching, it's simply about exposure and creating positive experiences with the language from a very young age. At the moment, this is something that I am funding myself, so families will pay an attendance fee, which helps cover things like venue hire, materials, and running costs, but we will be looking in the future as soon as possible. I think we've already started to see how we can gather some funding to allow families to access this support, with smaller fees or free, hopefully, as well. So who is it for? The group is primarily designed for Albanian families who want their children to stay connected to their language and the culture. Even if families don't speak Albanian fluently themselves, they are absolutely welcome, as the sessions will be designed to be relaxed, playful and inclusive. It's also open to any families who are interested in the culture, multilingual environments or cultural exchange. So the goal is essentially to create a welcoming and inclusive space where culture can be shared and families feel comfortable. It is more than language, so another really important part of the project is the community element. Early parenthood can feel quite isolating, especially if families don't have the extended support networks nearby. Groups like this can give parents a chance to meet others, share experiences and build friendships while their children play and learn together. So it's for families who may feel disconnected from their cultural community, and it helps strengthen that sense of belonging. So Alba Tots is just the starting point. It's something that we would like to focus and really get right. But the longer term vision for My Alba Village is to create a supportive space for families from pregnancy through to age 5. So we are hoping in the future to offer a variety of opportunities delivered mainly in the Albanian language, where children can connect with the language and culture, but parents can come together to learn, support their well-being and maintain a strong connection to their roots. So at the moment, next slide when you're ready, the project, as I said, is still in the listening and planning stages. We are beginning with Alba Tots later this year. We want to learn from that experience and then develop further activities shaped by the community feedback. Essentially, we would love to work in partnership with any and every organisation possible to create workshops and events, and we will also be signposting families to the many additional services that you have mentioned here and beyond that is available in the Croydon community. So that is Alba Tots at the moment.
Amazing. Thank you so much. And you shared your details in the chat, didn't you?
I did indeed, yes. Yeah. So we are working with branding teams at the moment. We've got quite a few volunteers already in the works to help with branding, to help with social media, to get the word out there. And we would like to work with other organisations and in the community too.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. And I'm sure people would reach out.
Hopefully, but I'll try and reach out to quite a few of the people that we've spoken to today too.
Fantastic, thank you. I've got Pastor Bola after you from an organisation called East Grace Evangelical Outreach. Pastor Bola, are you there? I'm sharing the presentation. You should come up any second now.
Thanks, Sarah.
Can you see?
Yes, I can see now. Thank you.
Oh,
hi, everyone. So we're East Grace Evangelical Outreach. East Grace Evangelical Outreach has been, we're a church and we've been going since 2007. So we provide a lot of support for so many people within the community. If I go to the next slide, please, so we can be very quick.
Yeah.
Thank you. So for the purpose of this presentation, I will focus on the work that we do for the 0 to 5-year-olds, because we do quite a lot of work in Croydon, as some of you may already know. So it would take too long for me to go through that. So I'm just going to focus on the Yana. The term Yana came from, just me thinking about what's happened during COVID. During COVID, we had a lot of pregnant women that had no recourse to public fund. We had a lot of family that were quite displaced at that time. and they kept coming to our doors due to all the services that we already offer within the borough. So Yana means you're not alone. It's been said here over and over again that pregnancy and being a young parent, especially first-time parents, can be very, very lonely. So we provide support for families of children under the age of 5. For this particular project, we cover quite a very large spectrum for other things. If I have the next slide, please. Okay, so our support for this group, is to our Safe Space Cafe and His Grace Yana, which is, you are not alone. So we focus on promoting good mental health through a space cafe so that people can come together and just really talk through talk therapy. Another thing we do is the preventing isolation. It can be very lonely. It can be very also, distressing for a lot of parents within our communities, especially when they don't have their immediate families around them. The next one that we do is addressing baby food poverty. I will speak on that as well as the slide. Encouraging access to good healthcare provisions, which we do know that within the deprived and struggling communities is very, very difficult to get this, right. Support for, postpartum depression, and also preventing postnatal anxiety. If you go to the next slide, please, and I can just talk through the pictures. Thank you so much. So this is one of the pictures from our Yana group and peer support. In this group, we talk about everything that the ladies want to talk about. Again, remember, our focus is on young mothers and their children for this particular project. So we run it on Thursdays at His Grace Evangelical Outreach Church in Taunton Heath. That's our premises. So we cover the things I've mentioned, including emotional bonding and supporting, good well-being for children and family. If you go to the next one for me, please. I'm trying not to take a lot of time, so I'm jumping through it. Okay, so that's also the parent. You can see they're very relaxed, very happy to be in our environment, given a lot of consent. You can see the smile. They get lots of gifts, baby food, and whatever the needs are. If you can stop a little bit here for me, please. So what we've discovered is there's a lot of young parents that, all of a sudden they're pregnant, and some of them have no recourse to public fund, and some of them are literally struggling because of breakup in relationship. So we provide support when they want a space where they can just come and just talk. And also if they require anything that we can give to them, we will give it to them, including, cooking utensils, baby nappies, baby food, clothing, everything, travel, vouchers, food vouchers, and also vouchers for shopping. We do support that. So we cover anyone that comes to our doors. We don't say no to anybody. If you can go to the next slide for me, please. And then we're going to just go to the next slide from that. So that's our parents, very, very comfortable and very happy. Some of these parents that we're looking at have also had a lot of trauma when it comes to, depression, anxiety. Lots of babies comes to our center as well. If you just go on, just keep going. They're so cute. If you go to the next slide for me, please. We have lots of babies that comes to our center as well. When they come, they feel loved, they feel accepted, they play together. We support even the fathers as well, because it's quite good to see some of the men being very involved in this process. That's a picture of some of our ladies, just giving them vouchers, because we do provide, some of you will know we have, if you can stop a bit there for me, please. If you can pause for me, please, thank you. We have a very huge, Sarah, can you take it back to the food?
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry, it's just I think my internet is lower than yours, and so I don't know exactly where to stop. I'm at the baby shower at the moment.
If you go back to the baby foods, please. I think that's before the baby shower.
Yeah.
So we have quite a significant number of parents that are really struggling to purchase baby milk for their children, which is quite heartbreaking actually to know that that's happening within our community. So we do provide baby food. So again, I'm just putting out there, anyone that needs baby food, if you tell them to give us a call, if we have it, they can have it. This is our current stock as at yesterday. So we do have lots of baby food, lots of baby nappies, lots of baby clothes, baby toys. I mean, we receive support from quite a broad range of organizations, including the Islamic Association and the churches. We are a church ourselves. People within the communities, we do receive quite a very good donation. This project was first funded by CVA and Westfield. And of course, that funding is finished now, but we're still carrying on through the help of the staffs and the volunteers. So those are the baby food. And if we go to the next one, please. If you go to the baby shower for me. Thank you. I'm known to take a lot of time. I said to myself, I won't this time around. So I'm speeding. So the baby shower, wow. So a lot of the pregnant women, whilst they're pregnant, some of them have, that's why mental health is important. You've got suicidal thoughts, you've got self-harming attempts. We've got having to rush a lady back to the hospital after giving birth and the stitches was not done properly. So we do work with our local GPs. We do, because we can do that with the GPs. If that happens, so we know the GP, 6 GPs down our area that the person, attends, we can call them and say, listen, one of your patients needs immediate support. And we've been able to, intervene through that and prevent very serious situations from happening. So a lot of our service users have been through a lot. So sometimes, quite often, we do baby showers. So this is baby shower for 3 different individuals, and it's good to see the man standing there with the lady as they're about to give birth to their very first baby. One of the pictures, the previous pictures, was also a lady that's pregnant and about to go to the hospital, but have no baby bag packed at all. So we would help with that as much as we can. Some of those things, this item, we do purchase them ourselves. If you go to the next one, please. I think I probably have 1 or 2, and then I'm done.
Thank you. We're running late.
Yeah. So I think this is the last one. So this is our 5-year-olds and under just having fun, because we run a very large club for children. We run it on Saturdays, and then we run it over the weekend, over the holiday period as well. And we also give out school uniforms. Also, we support MBU, that's the mother and baby units. We get called on to assist some ladies, and these are some of the items that we have literally given to, I think it was 9 or 10 families that was in a particular unit, and we're able to support them with that and gifts. I think one more slide, and I think we're done. I think so.
This is the last one.
This is the last one. That's good. So that's it. That's His Grace Yana explained, and we're His Grace Evangelical Outreach, and we do quite a lot more within. We get referral from Student Advice, Croydon Council, Red Cross, Mayday Hospital, everywhere. Thank you so much for listening.
No, thank you for coming. And also, did you share your details in the chat at all?
I'll do that straight away.
Thank you. That would be amazing. And you're based in Thornton Heath.
Yes.
Fantastic. And now I've got, I don't think Croydon Baby Zone is here. I think Jessica couldn't make it. So I'll very quickly go through her presentation just to show you what the provision is about. This is the one. Well, you probably all know Baby Zone. They are based at the Legacy Youth Zone, which is in Selhurst. And they've got a couple of projects. They're not only based in Croydon, they've got projects in other boroughs as well, including Barking and Dagenham. And as a charity, they focus on families with children under the age of 5, and they want basically to create a welcoming and safe space for families. Let me go into their provisions. So this is all about them, and what they wanted to let us know is that it's an open space, so people can just turn up on the day. They are open, I think, 1 day a week, and we'll see in another slide when that is, and they're free as well. They don't need to sign up or sign in. They will be asked about their postcode when they come in, and that is just to track where people are coming from. So in Croydon, they're on Thursdays in the morning. Actually, they're all day, 9:30 to 2:30 during term time, and they seem to be doing a lot of activities, including baby soft play, toddler soft play, reading areas, a sensory room as well, and they've got a range of classes. You might know the Legacy Youth Zone. It's an incredible venue, and I think it's also fantastic that they're based there so that families can see what the youngsters can do later on. Legacy offers a range of services for young people, and they're very well equipped. They've got a fantastic venue. So this is all they offer. There is the QR code, and these slides will, the set of slides will also be shared by Kay when she comes back from leave. So they wanted also to let you know that they partner with a number of local groups. Home Start is on the call today. So they have the Parent Champion volunteers running a weekly chill and play session for families. They're linked up with Little Village as well, which is a baby bank that provides bundles, free bespoke baby bundles. And they've got a representative from the Department for Work and Pensions also coming to present a baby zone every month. And as the lady was saying before, from the health visiting team, they also have the health visitors providing a monthly drop-in advice clinic. So, you can see they're quite, well embedded into the local network. This is a slide just about safeguarding and child protection at Baby Zone and how they look after the welfare of the children and the families they work with. And that's it. So what I'll do is I will share the contact details of Jessica in the chat very briefly in a moment. But I also noticed that on the chat we've got Malcolm from the Salvation Army, and I wanted to check if you want to quickly share what you do at the Salvation Army for families with children under the age of 5, Malcolm.
Yeah, I don't have any slides to share, so I'll just briefly say what we do. So primarily we were asked to come and talk a bit about the baby bank, which in a very similar way to some of the previous presentations arose as part of our church ministry. And it developed from our existing baby and toddler groups that already run. Our baby bank is focused on 0 to 2 years. That's simply because of space to store stuff, really. But in a similar way certainly to the one that Avril spoke about at Building Blocks, it's about clothes, it's about equipment. It's both to meet the needs of families, and it's also part of our care for creation policies to make sure that stuff isn't being thrown away when it's perfectly usable again. So the baby bank operates by appointment 2 days a week on a Monday and a Thursday, and people can just phone up and get an appointment to come in and see what they need. It relies on donations of clothes and equipment, etc. Primarily, as I say, a lot of those come from the parents who already attend our toddler clubs, and they just bring the stuff that they don't need anymore. We do, again, in a similar way to some of the others, we do purchase nappies and wipes, etc. As well to provide to parents in need. And I don't know that there's much else that I need to say, because a lot of it's echoing some of the stuff that's already been said before.
That's brilliant. And you are based where in Thornton Heath?
We're on Thornton Heath High Street, just next to the Job Centre. or across the road from the job centre.
And when is it open? When can families drop in?
So it's by appointment only, so we need people to phone in advance, but it's on a Monday and a Thursday that we offer appointments for it.
Okay, great.
But it's not open access.
And you put the telephone number in the chat?
I think I put the email address, but I can put our telephone number in the chat as well. Yeah, it's by appointment simply because we have a lot of other things going on in the building at the same time.
Amazing.
So we need to kind of control the access.
Okay, fantastic. Well, thank you very much. That was great. I don't know if Carrie from Home Start, I know you volunteer for Home Start. I don't know if you want to say a couple of words about what they do. If you're there, Carrie. Hi. Sorry, picking on you. You're on mute. Yes, we can now.
Yes, I've been a volunteer since November, and
Brilliant.
we basically support isolated parents with children up to 5, I think it is, and you're committed to 2 hours a week. The training was excellent. It was quite extensive, so I did the training early last year, and I'm on my third family. And,
fantastic!
So what I often do, often they don't know about all these opportunities that you've been talking about today. So I find out something that's local to them, and then we go along. And in 2 of the cases, the mothers have just continued to go along on their own. So yeah, so I'm enjoying it.
Fantastic, well done. Well, correct me if I'm wrong. As far as I know, Home Start Croydon is a local charity that supports families with children under the age of 5. I know they've got the core program, if you want, is supporting volunteers like you to go and support families with children under the age of 5 who might be isolated, might need a little bit of introduction to the local services, and you kind of befriend them, don't you, in a sense, and kind of help them navigate the area and the services that are. And then you also run a Family Champions program as well. I guess where people, families, parents which are under the age of 5 can initiate their own little projects and run them as well. And I know you've done some fantastic work, across Croydon with that project as well.
Yeah, there is a perinatal program actually from pregnancy and I think up to 6 months.
Oh, great! And is that the one that provides emotional support?
Or both provide emotional support. I
great.
Maybe mostly what we do is emotional support, and just visiting. And in some places, you spend the time in the person's home, and in other cases, we just go out together. The person I support at the moment lives in a tiny little room with absolutely no floor space for the child to walk. So at 14, 15 months, she can't walk yet. So, so we go to Rhyme Time and Legacy and, discover some other places.
Fantastic. Okay, well,
thank you. The commitment is for 6 months. So you're not meant to create dependency. After 6 months, you say goodbye.
Yeah. Once they're networked and they're, more confident. Absolutely. Yeah. Fantastic. Well, thank you very much, and sorry for picking on you, Carrie. Thanks for coming. And I think we've come to the end of the session. I just wanted to thank everyone for coming today. And Kay will be sending out all the presentations and the contact information and some notes as well as soon as she comes back next week. So thank you again. I hope you enjoyed the session and keep up with the good work. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.